Hey guys, I am back. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I think I've got it covered. I don't know what the deal was there, but we are good to go. So I am going to start over again by introducing what we are doing today. Today we are going to pull out all the stops for this mixed media piece we are going to make. I was fortunate enough to have the company Narrolola send me this modeling paste to be able to demo for you today. And I do have an affiliate link that you can see in a little thumbnail right about here on the screen. And I do have my affiliate link disclosure right here along the bottom. So feel free to check that out if you want. I do earn a small commission if you purchase through my link at no additional cost to you. As many of you know, I have been trying to get into the Amazon affiliate program so that I can try to earn some income, since I have been an unemployed freeloader since Halloween and unable to get another job because this job market has been insane. And so I don't intend on using TikTok as a way to sell to people. But as it relates to art products, if I come across an art product, I definitely want to demo it for you and show it to you so you can make a choice as to whether or not this is something you're interested in. So we're going to be doing the modeling paste today, which I'm really excited about. So I've pulled out everything that I would typically use for a mixed media piece. I've taped my paper down here so that we can keep it nice and flat. Typically when I go after a mixed media piece, I kind of pull out all the stops between watercolor and acrylic paint, and usually I would use some form of palette paper, which I believe I have some here I can work with for mixing, and we can just kind of go from there. So I am going to use this little turtle guy that I have here. He's got some Cascade green, which is my favorite color I've been working with lately. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with that. I'm using a Princeton Neptune number 14 wash brush, or I think it's just a round brush, but I use it for washes. And I'm just going to start by kind of laying down some color. It doesn't need to be any rhyme or reason to it, because again, we're going to be going over this with some acrylic paint. This is just to get some watercolor down and getting some texture. And what I'm going to do is grab my spray bottle, which is here, and just add some little sprays here and there, see if that breaks up any of this just a little bit, and go from there. So I'm gonna hit this with the heat gun real fast and move that. Be right back. Oh, thanks for all the hearts, you guys. You're so sweet. It looks like Bona's here. Good morning, Bona. There we go. Take a sip of my water. Okay. So I have this paint palette Usually you're not supposed to use the other side because it doesn't have this finish on it that it has, but I don't know offhand if I have my palette paper in here or not. Let's see. Oh, I do. Okay. We'll use this. Keep it nice and clean. Oh, this still has some glue on it. Hang on. Let me rip this off. My office is still such a mess from the weekend, you guys. All right, so now this is where I like to start getting the acrylic brought in, and I have so many different options I'm very, very excited about. So I want to keep it in this kind of aqua, springy sort of color palette. Now, a lot of these are probably dried out because I've had them forever. And if you've been following me for a while, you likely know that I did a lot of regular painting back in the early 2020 to 2023 time period. And then I kind of stopped because I was doing more art markets and I was doing more like wood turning and resin type of work. And so I had not stopped doing this, but I definitely had slowed down. And so a lot of this stuff is dried out. So I did get over the weekend, or I guess on Friday, a couple of my basics restocked. So just like my red, blue, yellow, and some pink paint, just so I could mix up some colors using my primary colors. So a lot of these are really old. I don't know if they're still any good. We'll find out. But I have these colors we can use. We might even bring in maybe like a peachy tone. I don't know. We'll see. I also have, here we go. So these are all my like super cheap paints from Walmart or maybe Hobby Lobby. I don't know. And then I have like these kind of paints. Let's see. I got permanent black. And then I got these three guys that I haven't opened yet. Again, if you ever buy from Hobby Lobby, look like yours, yeah. If you ever buy from Hobby Lobby, make sure they're on sale. They're never worth paying full price for. These were 40% off on Friday when I went. So I was like, all right, yeah, these are like $3 each. I'll take them. So that's what I've got going on here today. I also have a new tube of the Liquitex white. So love me some Liquitex. Got that in last week sometime. See, that's the problem when you're going live twice a day doing art tutorials and you're an unemployed freeloader. You realize you aren't getting paid and you still are using your own stuff, and then all of a sudden you run out of it and you're like, well, crap, I gotta do something. So wait till your husband gets paid. Anyway, so all right, let's talk about this. So I'm thinking I want to bring in a little bit of the turquoise. I might like to add a little coral color, and then maybe some darker tones in this dark Prussian blue maybe. So I think what we'll do is just kind of start by mixing some of these tones onto this palette paper, and we'll go from there. So let's just get started by mixing. And gosh, my lip is like, it's got like a fleck hanging off of it. It's starting to drive me nuts. So hang on. I thought I had it. Okay, I think I got it. All right, so I'm going to start with this one because I'm pretty sure the one that I wanted, that I tried to use with this the other day, was like dried up or something. Let me see. Let's see. Is there anything in there that can be used? I don't think so. Oh, there's a tiny little bit. It's very goopy, but you know what? I'll take what I can get. And then I'll just have to do what I can with that. All right. Now, let's see if this has anything left. Yep. All right. And then we'll probably need some yellow for that to kind of make this one a little bit more like this, just in case. So I'm going to take some yellow and put that over here. We're not going to use a lot of it though. And because I like to try to keep things clean, but I'm probably not going to, I'm going to wipe its little butt and stick that off to the side for now. Let's see, there we go. And then, so this coral color that I want, I think I just wipe it on my nose. So what I'm going to do is take this, it's flamingo coral. It's a little pinkier than I think that I want. We'll see. I kind of like it. And what I'll probably do is lighten it up a bit, maybe with some of this pink, which apparently needs to be stirred a bit. I'll add a little bit of white just in case. And wipe his little butt too. And then I think what we'll do is add this yellow to it, just a smidge if needed. And let's do some of this Prussian blue. I'll add it over here with these blues. There we go. His butt doesn't need to be wiped. All right. Now let's mix and see what we get, shall we? Okay. So let's start with these blue colors first. So I'm going to just grab some of this and I'm going to pull it into the center here. And I'm using this Catalyst by Princeton. I know I don't need a ton just because I'm using this smaller piece of paper underneath. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of this yellow, pull it in. That might have been way too much, you guys. Look at that. Good job, Jen. I suck. There we go. So we're going to grab a lot more of this, aka all of it. And we're just going to work that in like this. I like this Catalyst because it's got those harsh edges that make mixing a lot easier. And it's flat. I'm going to go ahead and add this to it as well, which looks pretty globby. It's probably not going to work out very well. Might even take this Prussian blue. Let's see what that does to it. Make it kind of a darker turquoise maybe. And then add white to lighten it up. On some of it, so we have that light and dark. All right, I'm gonna just take some of this and we'll put it over here and see what it gets lightened up to. Not too bad, not what I'm going for. So I'm going to just bring this back in here. Bona, I am doing I am doing a mixed media painting this morning. I have been generously given some modeling paste by this company, Narrolola, to demo. And so I am going to be demoing this. And in order to do that, I'm laying the foundation for a mixed media painting. I started with this watercolor, and now I'm going to be going in with some acrylic to kind of make a little bit of a mess over the top of it. And then once I have that down, then and it's dried, then we'll also add the modeling paste with some stencils. And then we'll add some inks and some foil, and it's going to be really fun. So I'm excited. And let's see here. So I think I'm going to leave this as it is. Maybe, you know, they say leave well enough alone. I am not somebody who's good at leaving well enough alone. Here we go. All right, I'm going to add just a tiny little bit of that yellow instead of that huge amount of yellow. Come on, don't. Why is this yellow so yellow? Okay, actually that worked out pretty good, I think. That's pretty close to what I was looking for. I'll take it. And I will raise it a little bit more blue. It is like electric. I had just the tiniest little bit on there. It's just very overpowering, apparently. I feel like some yellows, you have to add so much just to get it to make a difference. And then other yellows, apparently, it just takes a tiny little bit to overpower it all. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to take this, kind of smear it around down here. And I actually kind of liked, I know you didn't see that, I kind of liked how that worked here. Yeah. So originally my plan was to kind of smear it around with a brush, but I kind of like the way this worked out. So I might do something like that with this, but before I do that, I'm going to clean this off because I would like to get this worked the way that I want it first. So let me grab this and clean this off. There we go. Okay, so for this one, I fear that, so this is the color I want, but I want it more light like this. So I'm a little afraid that it's going to end up like this, although this was the Liquitex, so maybe I don't need to be as afraid. So I think what I'll do is actually take this color and put it into this color instead of doing it the other way around, so I can get kind of that lighter corally tone. Okay, there we go. Because I don't want it to be light pink, but I also don't want it to be that electric tone. But I do want just a tiny bit of this yellow, but oh my gosh, just tiny, tiny, like the tiniest little dab there, if you can see that. Now see, that didn't do like anything to this. Why? Let's grab another little teeny tiny, just teeny tiny little splotch. Yep, we just need a little bit. We just want you to be slightly more orange. More like peach. Okay, you're coming along now. Okay, I think that's getting to be about where I wanted it. Although I still think it's more pink than I would have liked. But this is more of like an accent color than anything. So I'm not going to use a ton of it. At least I'm not intending on using a ton of it. Okay, there we go. All right, let me rinse that off. Salmon, yes. Did you ever watch Friends, Bona? You know, when Ross talks about his salmon colored shirt, and they're like, you mean your pink shirt? He's like, faded salmon color. Yes. I don't know, Ross. I don't know where your pink shirt is. All right, so I'm going to move this mixing palette off to the side. And I think what I'm going to do is start with some of this color up here. Let me make my face smaller because you guys, I know you like to see my face because it makes you connect with me or whatever. At least that's what people tell me. But I feel like seeing this is more important. So I'm just going to make my face smaller. So I'm going to grab this because I really like this. Oh, it's already drying, you guys. All right. I'm going to grab this then. And this, and maybe a little this, and this. And what I'm going to do is just start adding some textured areas. And just kind of seeing where we go from there. Maybe add a little bit of white to some of these. And then grab some of that pink as well. And sometimes what I like to do is take this other catalyst that I have here and try to make some interesting lines through it. Usually I'll break it up like this. And I don't know, just kind of, I don't overdo it because I don't like to overdo it. But I'll just kind of see what looks overdone and what doesn't. And then let's see here, let's add a little bit of this dark blue here into some of these spots. Break up a little bit of this here. And then again, I like to kind of grab all the colors, almost like when you're mixing again, and almost just see what you can get on the paper. And sometimes you can get some really interesting textures or color combos as they kind of smear across like that. And so we're just playing with it and trying to figure out what looks good, what we like, what we don't like, adding to it, sometimes subtracting from it, and making sure that we leave some white space for some of what we want to do with it. Sometimes it's just about the play aspect of it and deciding what we think we like. I'm going to bring some more of this teal in here because I like it. And I'm going to add some of that to it too. And you want to leave some white space, of course, but remember that we're also going to be using some of the modeling paste to bring in some more texture. And there really is no particular, like when I go into this particular piece, I don't have an idea in mind of what it's going to come out looking like. I'm just going into it thinking, okay, these are the colors, and I don't know if it's going to have a certain flow when I come out on the other side, but I'm just going to make marks and decide if I like stuff and if I don't. Like I could maybe make some vertical lines here with this. Don't like it, so I'm just going to kind of go over it like that. And I want some more white contrast here, so I might go over it like that. I think this needs a little bit more. And then just kind of go from there and see. It's all about play, just having fun, not taking it too seriously, and then at the end hoping that you like what comes out of it. So, oh no. Oh, Jill's here. Hi, Jill. Hang on, let me go back. Jill says, that don't look like flowers to me. That's because it ain't, boo. Hope you're not talking behind my back today. Never, never. It's a joke she will get for sure. For sure. Yeah. Way more fun in my opinion, yeah. Yeah, no, she, JRW, her name's Jill. She happened to be coming on the other day when I was explaining, it might have been to Bona, that, or was it Wiener? I can't remember if it was Wiener or Bona or somebody else, but she came on in the middle of me explaining. I was asking somebody if they were a Swiftie, and when they were about to reply, I said, I almost had to, break up with a friend I made the other day when she said she wasn't a Swiftie. And I was talking about JRW, and it turns out JRW had just joined when I was saying that. She's like, how dare you be talking about me like that behind my back? I was like, it's true though, boo. It's true. Because you ain't no Swiftie. Mm. Mm. Yep, it was Bona. I love it. It was so funny. Jill, I am still freaking sick. Still. Ugh. I'm so over it. So over it. But I am able to hold down some food now, so that's good. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. Well, technically, Taylor's on my side, so that's 2 against 2. Oh, I want to come to your... Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. I want to come to your house and hold some baby chicks and ducks. By the way, were those kittens yours too? They were so cute. Oh my gosh, Bona, you would love them. They are so freaking cute. Oh gosh. She's like, no, thank God. That would be a lot of babies. I can think babies are cute from afar, but I am over the baby phase. And my kids right now are like, when we get another dog, can we get it as a puppy? I'm like, no. Because it's going to chew on all my stuff, and I'm done with you little minions destroying my things. I don't need another one destroying my things. I'd rather get it as a 1-year-old puppy who's a little less destructive and just needs a little training. You have to get a puppy next month? What says you have to get a puppy next month? Who's getting a puppy next month? And what kind of puppy, though? Oh, Cece's mom is here. Hi, Cece's mom. I love it when my peeps show up in the morning and start talking. It's been like a dead zone around here on my lives, you guys. I've had like one person show up and watch, and then I'm like talking to myself the whole time. Oh, Great Pyrenees are so cute. Big balls of puppy fluff. That's because my voice sounds ridiculous right now. Oh. Was it a ball of fluff, Cece's mom? Or was it more on the lab side? Aw. I think I mentioned this on one of my lives, but I don't know if any of you were there, that I had an Alaskan Malamute at one point. Super independent and stubborn and lots of shedding and extremely, extremely stubborn. Yeah. Jill, I'm going to try to find that YouTube video and send it to you if I remember. I'm telling you, he was such a moron. He was. All right, I'm going to hit this with a heat gun, and then I have something else I want to do to some of this white space before we move on. Oh, he was big, dumb, and he was an a-hole for sure. That was the same one where I also talked about where we, at the same time, had a miniature pincher who was the runt of his litter. And he was also a tiny, stubborn little a-hole. And I swear they were in cahoots with each other. And Riley was the Malamute's name. Bentley was the miniature pincher's name. Actually, we had 3 dogs at the time. The oldest was my Canaan dog. Her name was Jada. She was my soulmate in a dog. And she was so funny because she knew better. And she would never participate in it. And we would see it on our cameras. But Riley would get stuff off the counter or off the top of the fridge. And one time he got a glass bowl off the counter. Maybe we thought it was like pushed far enough back that he couldn't get it, but he definitely did. Shattered all over the floor, and that stupid little dog managed to grab a giant shard of glass and hoard it in his crate with him, and we didn't know about it. And that's the stupid thing. He slept with it for who knows how long. It was a giant shard of glass. Like, I'm talking like this big, and it was like not perfectly triangle, but fairly triangle. Very sharp points on 3 sides of it. And he used to hoard trash, and we used to call him Stasher because he would hoard stuff in his crate, and we would periodically go and clean it out, and we would make him sit outside his crate because he would try to guard his crate from us taking its stuff. And so he would sit there and bark at us while he stole his treasure. And as we're pulling stuff out, we just find this big shard of glass, and we're like, are you freaking serious? Oh my gosh, you're such a freaking idiot. Oh my gosh, that dog. I was just talking with somebody yesterday at my little brother's birthday party. So we celebrated him turning 40 yesterday and the day before. Yesterday he had a pool party at their little clubhouse in their neighborhood. And I was talking to one of his friends, and I was like, you know, I swear the best dogs that we've had 4 dogs in our 20-year marriage. The best dogs we've had were free. Because Jada, my soulmate in a pup, was free. And the dog we have now, Phoebe, she was free. Actually, the owner paid us $200. She was a $2,000 dog that this woman bought on a whim at a puppy store, like Pet World or something. And she not only gave us this dog for free, she gave us $200 to go get her spayed and up to date on her shots. And I'm like, those 2 dogs they're the best dogs we've ever had. And then the 2 that we actually paid for and pursued were the worst dogs we've ever had. So I'm just convinced that the next time we get a dog, that dog will find us. And we're not going to pay for it. I don't know if that's legit or not, but Bona says, my soulmate was an American Akita called Sitka. Adorable. I love American Akitas. So beautiful. So he was a dragon in a past life. Oh, he must have been. When he was a puppy, we took him outside to go potty. He ate a bee. He caught and ate a bee mid-air. What kind of tiny little dumb A dog does that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, he was a moron. A scrappy little thing, though, let me tell you what. And he lived to be 15. And shortly after he turned 15, we had to put him down. I only cried a little bit. I didn't really feel bonded to him. He wasn't much of a lovey dog. But I know he thought of us as his family. We had him since he was 6 weeks old. We were all sad for, like, you know, the day. And after that, I was like, finally. I know that's terrible, right? We're terrible people. But Jada, I still cry over Jada once in a while. When Jada was my soulmate in a pup. And she was a Canaan dog. Kind of looks exactly like a dingo, actually. It's a little weird, but she lived to be, she was just a few months shy of 16. I got her when she was 7 months old, and beautiful red fur. And when she died, we had to make that decision for her. We called Lap of Love to come out, and it was about a 4-day lead time, but it was time. And I think she had like doggy dementia, and she had started getting herself stuck in places that she would have never gotten herself stuck before. And it was kind of funny at first. So we would call them her predicaments, but we would have to get her out. And I was afraid that she was going to like fall down the stairs or something, but that wasn't enough to make a decision to end my soulmate dog's life. But one morning I had slept in, all my kids were still asleep. I came downstairs and she had gotten herself stuck under our side table next to the couch. And she had peed and pooped all over herself, and there was no telling how long she had been under there. And she couldn't get herself out, so she was just sitting in her feces and her urine. Had to give her a bath and all that stuff. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I felt so bad for her, and I was like, baby, it's time. And I was like, we can't, like, if you're stuck under here, there's no telling how long you could have sat here like this. You're not well enough to get yourself out of this space. You know, before something even worse happens, we've got to make this decision for you. And so, of course, I cried my eyes out for 4 days. And when the time came, we invited my family over. We made a cozy space on the floor in the living room. We played soft music. And my song with her is that song, 1,000 Years by Katy Perry. So we turned on like the instrumental version of it. And so I kid you not, the second I hear that song, the tears immediately start. So I can't. And it'll be 7 years in November this year. So that's about the same story when I decided it was time for my bulldog. Yeah. Christina Perry. Did I say Katy Perry? Ugh, I hate Katy Perry. Christina Perry, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it was really sad. We did not do Lap of Love for Bentley. And Riley died after surgery for eating a frickin' toy that he shouldn't have eaten. Because he's a moron. Was a moron. Wait. I hate Katy Perry as a Swiftie. Or I like Christina Perry as a Swiftie. Because I was not a Swiftie when I hated Katy Perry. And I was not a Swiftie when I liked that song by Christina Perry. Oh. Oh. I think I know what you're talking about. But I thought they were on good terms now. I don't know. Yeah, when she came out with that whole I kissed a girl and I liked it thing, and like all the high school girls were like, oh, this is the cool thing to do now. I was just like, really? And so I just didn't like her from that point. I'm going to take this watercolor and I'm going to go over some of these spots because I do want to fill in some of this white, because this paste is going to, some of it's going to be white and some of it I'm going to go over with a reflective paint color. And so I just want to make sure we've got some good coverage on some of this white. And I'll probably keep it concentrated to this side over here. But I might also like to just have a little bit maybe up in this corner here. There. All right, Bona, thank you so much. I'll post a photo of it afterwards. And thank you for hanging out with me this morning. I'll see you later. Oh, look at Jill. It's like she's talking to my people as like they're becoming friends. I love this. My community is supporting one another. It's amazing. You guys are so good to me and each other. It's really incredible. I know I say this all the time, but truly, I really did not expect this from TikTok when I started doing TikTok. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. But then the friend of my friend is my friend. Then the enemy of my friend is my enemy. Oh, hello, Tag Me 247. How you doing, Talia? Oh, you know what? It was okay to miss my live yesterday. I was so lackluster yesterday. I mean, I'm pretty lackluster today too. But last night I was just not. You know, I've been sick for like, well, it's 8 days now. And last night I was really running on empty, so I just did I call it a quick one, but it was still over an hour. Thanks for the heart. You're sweet. So this tutorial I'm doing today is a little bit different. A lot of you know that I was trying to get into the Amazon influencer program, which I did. Yay. And then a lot of you also know that I was trying to get into the on-site commissions, which I got in last Friday. I was so excited about. And I was able to also do the creator commissions on Amazon. And I wasn't planning to like do like, I'm not making my TikTok thing where like you guys are going to be sold to like 24/7. But I figured if it's art related, it might be nice to hop on here and just show you like what I'm doing with it, and introduce you to some of the brands that send me stuff. And if you decide you would like to purchase it, you can, and it helps support me, of course, through my commission link. You don't have to. I'm not going to put any pressure on you guys to do that. But today I am showing you my first ever brand collab. I'm so excited. This is, and don't let the snots and the lack of enthusiasm in my voice make you think otherwise. This is Narrola's modeling paste. And so today I am demoing the modeling paste on a mixed media art project that we are doing. And so now we are actually coming to the point where we get to use it, and I'm so excited. So what we've done is we laid down a foundation of watercolor, which you can see in the backgrounds here. And then we laid down some acrylic paints in various mixed colors. And then I went back in and I added some more of the watercolor in some of the white areas because I want the modeling paste to really stand out on some of these darker areas. And I used the Daniel Smith Cascade Green because you all know how much I love that it separates into teal and green, so you can see, you know, both of those colors around here. And I'm just really into the teals and the greens right now, that sort of water look. So this is the modeling paste. You can see, looks like this. It's kind of like this whipped sort of look. And there are several ways to use this. Actually, there are many, many ways to use this, but the way that I would like to use it is going to be with some stencils. And so I grabbed these stencils thinking that there are several ways that we could make this work with this particular mixed media. And I think what I want to do with this, I like this stencil because it almost looks watery, almost the way like a wave might move. So I might like to do something like that with these. But I also really like these dots here. So we could maybe add some areas of just dots. So I'm thinking maybe we use this to bring in some of this movement. Let me move my little turtle. We move some of this movement, create some movement along here with some of the modeling paste like this. And then we can do some of the dots elsewhere over here. So that's what I'm going to do. Sound good? Does that sound good to everybody? I hope it does. So the modeling paste is really nice because it's thick, but it's also very malleable, and a little bit goes a long way. So I'm just going to read you what it says on the side, but I'm going to tell you how I use it because it's not exactly the same as the directions. So it says to prepare the surface, it needs to be clean, dry, free of dust or oil. I didn't use oil paint, so you don't have to worry about that. Suitable for canvas, wood panels, and more. Apply the paste using a palette knife or a painting knife to spread the paste. Create texture or shape. Shape it using the palette knife, comb tools, brushes, or stamps. Ideal for building texture, ridges, and 3D reliefs. Let it dry. Thick applications may require several hours or up to 24 to 48 hours. Make sure it's fully dry before painting, and then paint over the surface once it's dry. You can paint with acrylics, oils, inks, or watercolor for special effects. Seal the finished work. Apply a varnish or clear acrylic sealer for added durability and protection. So this usually doesn't take that long for me because I apply it relatively thinly, and most of the time I like to use it just as a plain white on a darker background. So let's see here. Talia says, yes, I've never used modeling paste. Cece's mom says, I haven't either, and I'm glad it's not as thick as joint compound. No, it's definitely not. I started using this, modeling paste back in, I want to say 2022, when I saw Laura Horn using it in one of her courses that I took. And I was like, oh, that's what I needed this whole time. And so I'm just using it over the top of the stencil. And the thing that I like about the stencil is that it doesn't need to be like this perfectly done thing. Like I like to fade it out with just kind of using it and pushing it out and seeing, you know, where it would naturally fade like that, if that makes sense. So like, instead of having a harsh border where it just kind of stops, as you push out, it will eventually just kind of fade out like this, which I think looks really cool. So there's that. You get this nice thing here. And then I'm going to go over here. And I think for this one, I'll be a little bit more careful. And rather than having it look like super perfect, I'm going to grab just a little bit on the edge here of the palette knife, and I'm going to choose just a couple of dots. Try not to get it right next to the ones that are around it. And just put it in a few. Apparently I can't pick up this blob very easily. There we go. And then let me push down over here. Put one here. Put one over here. Now, you don't have to use a stencil with modeling paste. You can create whatever you want with it. You can use a palette knife and some, like this is a palette knife. You can use some pigment in your modeling paste, like mica powder or some acrylic paint within it to give it some color before you use it. Like, I don't know if you ever see those people who make flowers, like chunky flowers. So here you can see what that looks like here. These little blobby things. And I'm going to clean up the bottom really quick before I move it. So I don't know if you've seen people who like make those flowers and then use their palette knives to like lay it on a canvas. A lot of times they're using modeling paste that they've colored. And so they can use that for that. And so I'm going to just put this here. And then over here, I'll put some more of these dots and I'll go over it like this. So again, just kind of fading it out as I go. So it's not like a perfect, you see how they kind of fade out on the sides like that. So, let's see here. Let me wipe this a bit. Excuse me. Anyway, so they will color it and then, you know, create a flower out of it and let it dry for a couple of days. And that's how they make it work. I have not, but I can show you what that looks like if you would like. I think that would be fun. So yeah. Grab some water here. My mica powders are all in my garage because that's where I do all my resin. But I'm happy to use my acrylic paints. Okay, there's that. Make it faded salmon. I could try to make it faded salmon. Let's see. Let me grab another piece of paper here. Oh, it's the last one on this block. Good thing I got more. All right. I'm going to put it here because this is taped, so I don't want to mess with that. And then let me grab my palette paper here, which is mostly dry, but we still have some of that faded salmon. You mean Ross's pink shirt? And lift this up carefully. Get it to break. I don't know why it keeps catching right here. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to hold this one like this and move this up here like this. So let's grab a big chunky boy. There we go. And then I'm going to just move what I can of this color off here. I might need to add some more, but this is good enough for now. And we're just going to smear it around. Did I tell you I used to be a cake decorator, guys? I used to work for Publix. 4 years I was a cake decorator there. From 16 to 20. So this is how you pre-color it. I do have all these other palette knives as well. So probably if I was going to shape this into a petal of sorts. Now I've never really done petals out of this sort of thing, but let's see if I can manage to do something. Okay, so if I were to maybe want to make a small petal, I might take this and maybe form it real well. Trying to form it really well. I'm trying to make it really small too, so I don't have to drag any more pigment from there since these are dyed now. And then let me move this, drag this. Oh no! Okay. Okay, you guys, we got a blob. Do you see it? Do you see my blob? We got a petal. All right, let me grab another one. Okay, shoot. Let's see. Let's see. Woohoo! We got another one. We got another one. Doesn't look like anything, but we got another one. Okay, shoot. Total pro, right? Wrong. But you know what? Let's do this. Let's try this. Because it's all about experimenting, right? Let's do this. Make it into a little petal dude. Petally dude. Now see, this was supposed to stay more like this and inward, while this went up and around like that. And let's see if we can do the same thing with this guy here. Kind of push him up and around. Round. Like a southerner. Okay, okay. That looks stupid. We getting somewhere, maybe. I don't know. Let's pick this up. Okay. We got to start somewhere. That's what I'm saying, you know? I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. Actually, that's not true. I did do this on a cake one time as a favor to a friend, and I had never done it before, and I have never done it since, nor would I do it again. On a cake anyway. Might be fun to try. Like this sort of situation. But this is not fun to try on a live TikTok where I'm supposed to look professional in some capacity, and I most certainly do not look professional doing this. Ta-da! I probably look more like Giuseppe, you know, that guy, the Asian guy that like does all that stuff to try to not show his weenie. But it looks like a close call every time. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that little baby petal. See, we could just leave it like that and everybody would be like, what? I'm gonna need 2 hands for this because I need some more of this to get off of this little palette knife here. Get. You know what? Maybe this is like a base layer and then like a thicker one goes down over the top of it. And it like stands up better than this. And it doesn't look so stupid. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so you get the idea though. That is how you can pre-color it in advance. Now, I'm going to close this so it doesn't dry out yet because we don't want it dry. And I'm going to just see how this is coming along. These will probably take a little bit longer because these are thick boys right here. But this is looking right so far. This is going to take a little while. But I don't like this little line right there, so I'm just going to kind of tap him. Oh dear. All right. So we got that. There we go. My hands are already getting messy, you guys. I mean, I don't mind that, but trying to keep it clean, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so for this, I am feeling like silver is probably going to be the way that I go. What are we thinking? Gold or silver? Silver. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. We got a little bit of an under the sea theme going on here. You're like, just because I've seen the gold. Interesting thing here. So you know how much I love my Winsor & Newton gold ink. Well, I also have the silver ink, and I can tell you with certainty it is not as pretty as the gold. The gold is almost like glitter. The silver, I don't know what it is. Like, it's not, it doesn't have the same reflective quality as the gold does. So it just kind of looks more like gray. I don't know why. So I think we should just go with the silver foil. If, and only if, this will work for me. So let me see if we are going to have issues with this today. It will probably choose violence because it likes to do that. Let's see here. It was choosing violence last time. I do need to order some more of this. Can't even get any airflow through it. Okay, I think I got it. I think it was this yucky thing. Oh, do you see it? Nope. Dun, 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 dun. That white plug. All right, let's see if we can get the sizing to flow through there. Hopefully we can. Yeah. Let me just throw some things. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Okay, so let's do some silver foil, maybe on top of some of these little commies. Move these brushes a bit. Okay, and then I'll do some of my lovely circle thingies that you guys know I love to do. And these little groupings. I think we got a clog. Let's see, do we have a clog? We have a clog. Okay, clog has been declogged. All right, and then let's make some little interesting areas here like this that kind of follow the watercolor here, the little bloom marks. There we go. And then can add some, get some of this out because it's being a little pain in the you-know-whats. My hand's all sticky now. All right, so I'm going to add some little dots. So you guys know how I feel about the little dots. Dots and circles, circles and dots. All right, and then let's follow this around like this. And let's follow this. There's like that nasty booger thing. Do you see it? Ew. 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 You see it? I wish that would come out of my nose. Sick. Maybe I'd feel better. Okay. And maybe add one around here. Like that. All right. So we're going to let that dry. And this should be good. These are probably going to take a bit longer, so I'm going to just leave those for now. And while this is drying, I would like to bring in some ink, because you know I love me some ink. And let me get the stickies. Oh, gosh. I just spilled rubbing alcohol all over my lap. Oh, I can smell it. At least I can smell something. I'm going to start taking tallies of how long people think that this illness is going to last. Like taking bets. Oh, I can't say that on TikTok, right? Somebody's going to report me, or their AI bots are going to be like, oh no, we see activity that's not allowed. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Still have goop. Jeez Louise. Feel like a toddler with stuff all over their hands. Okay. So let us see here. I don't want to bring any white ink in because I think we have plenty of white. I could bring black. I could bring sepia. Let's see here. I don't want to do silver or gold, obviously. I'm thinking probably black is going to be the way to go. And instead of ink, I could do my Posca pen, which is a black acrylic fine tip paint marker, which I'm thinking might be a good idea because I think that'll bring some nice dark contrast. So I think what we'll do is start by, again, accenting with some dots, because you know we love dots around here, and by we, I mean me. And I'm just assuming you two are part of the we. But I'm also assuming that you guys are Swifties, and I know at least 2 of you aren't. Whatever. Just saying. Jill, I'm looking at you, boo. I know there's a comment coming. I'm just waiting for it. And I know that comment's going to say, I'm just kidding, Jen. I've loved Taylor Swift all along. You belong with me. You belong with me. She's probably too busy holding baby chickens to type right now, which are so freaking cute, by the way, if you didn't know. All right, so we brought in a little bit of black. Cleaning baby chicken poop. And I think what I want to bring in is some, like, I don't want to do like sloppy black. Like sometimes I really like doing sloppy botanicals and maybe sloppy circles with the black, but I think I want to keep it simple because we do have this going on. So I think what I want to do is maybe follow some of these lines that we're going to have with the silver to just bring it in almost like a complementing shadow like that, and then maybe have some smaller dots around it. I love that you listen to me while you clean though, Jill. It means a lot. I'd say I listen to stuff while I clean, but I just don't clean because I'm Florida Jen. And for those of you that don't know what Florida Jen is, if you're a fan of The Office, go watch season 8, I think it is, with Florida Stanley. I'm in my Florida Stanley era. Yeah. I need to clean up my workspace because I made a huge mess of it over the weekend while I was using my Cricut to cut out all that iron on for those shirts from over the weekend. And I have a Cricut maker too from like, I don't know, 2018 or 2019. and the little rubber things that like make it go back and forth inside the machine like completely just broke apart in the middle of cutting these things. And thankfully I have a Cricut Explore Air 2, I think it is, that I got before I got the Maker, because the Maker was like my upgrade from the Explore Air that I had indefinitely let my best friend borrow. So my husband was able to go over there and pick it up for me so I could finish making the shirts. But I was like, come on. It's like every time I use my Cricut, I find myself more frustrated. And it's like nothing ever works right the first time with that stupid thing. So I think I'm giving up on Cricut officially. And so it's sitting on my floor. Oh, yeah, I remember those. And each cartridge was like 20 bucks a piece, which was like terrible. Yeah, I got mine back in the day when my husband used to get bonuses every year. And one year he got me the Explorer, and a couple years later he got me the Maker because it could do wood, and I liked being able to cut things out of basswood. And then I just started actually doing woodworking. So I stopped upgrading. Okay, there we go. Is it like the Maker 4 or something now? All right, I think the foil or the adhesive sizing is just about dry. There's just a little bit right here that's still wet. And once that's dry, we can go ahead and apply the foil. This looks nice and dry. So what I'd like to do with this, I think, is bring in this iridescent pearl right here. This is the golden acrylic colors paint, whatever, artistic colors. It's an acrylic paint. Normally I would put this on with a brush, but because I applied this so thin, I'm just going to use my finger, and I'm going to move this because this is not needed here anymore, and bring back my little palette here. And I do want to thin this out a little bit. I don't have any paint thinner. It's probably something I should have as part of my regular, collection or whatever. But I'm just going to use some water here because this is a very full-bodied acrylic paint. And so it does get very thick, and when you go to put it on, it will get on the paint underneath it if you're not careful to thin it out. So I'm just gonna touch the top. And it's okay if it gets underneath. It's not that big a deal, but yeah. As you can see, the acrylic sticks nicely to this this paste. It gives it a nice sheen. You could also apply this with a sponge if you wanted to, but I mean, I like getting dirty with art sometimes. Makes me feel like I'm back in a classroom or something. I want to stop crying, but I need you to like Taylor. If only you could just like Taylor. Jen McPole is in the house. Jen McPole, I can't remember if I asked you, do you like Taylor? Are you a Swiftie? But Jill, just like she says, you belong with me. I bet you're regretting giving me your flower. Dude, your comment the other day, yesterday on the roses that I posted, I died. Like, my husband was sleeping next to me and I literally busted out laughing, and I was hoping to not accidentally wake him up. He didn't wake up. He was snoring, so I knew I was safe, but still, I was dying. It was so freaking funny. Okay, Jen, we can still be friends then. But Jill and I, we're in a battle right now. A battle. It's okay. I'll still love you forever. We are. That's why I know she still loves me despite giving me her flower. Okay, can I tell everybody what happened that made me die laughing last night? I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. It just, it's there for people to find if they want to find it, you know? So I posted on my feed a video of this beautiful rose bush that I have in my backyard. And I said something about how it's like my favorite rose bush or whatever. And the joke is that Jill had never gifted a rose to anyone before, and she figured out how to do it, and I got her first rose. So our joke is that I took her flower. And last night she gets on there and she says, I'm going to butcher this. I wish I could just look it up and say it. But she says, oh, stop lying. You know I'm your favorite bush. And I responded and I was like, oh my gosh, if I had a drink in my mouth right now, I would have spit it out laughing so hard. And I was laying in bed next to my husband. He was snoring, sleeping, and I just about died. It was so freaking funny and unexpected, and I was just dying. And this, my friends, is why I love Jill and her chickens. But not I don't love her because she hates Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And now she's telling me to stop crying. I can't stop crying, okay? Your husband is jealous. Right? Right, Jen? Total gold. It was not expected. Like, I mean, it is expected now that I think about it, but like when I posted that, I was just trying to post for like the algorithm, you know? Like, I think it was like simple things that like make me happy or something like that. And I wasn't even thinking about it. And it was just so funny. I could not help myself. So yeah. This is apparently where our minds go. All right, so now it's magic time. I've got this pretty reflective paint now on the paste, which is basically dry. And now I'm going to bring in the silver, which is over here in my handy dandy, very messy bucket. I think it's a bucket. The algorithm called me. It wants its flower back. Too bad. All right. So this pack came with gold and silver in it. And I am trying to just keep the silver. There we go. So I'm just going to lay it down there. There we go. Got a little break there in that one. And I'm going to just be careful since the acrylic paint is still wet to a degree. It's not like super, but it is enough that we want to be careful. Just laying this down where we've put the adhesive sizing. Actually, Jill, since I'm still crying and all over here, yesterday when I showed up to my brother's birthday party at the pool, my mom opened the door for me to their clubhouse, and I went like this to cough into my arm, and okay, I can't wait to see it. I went to cough into my arm and I hawked a loogie onto my arm, and there was nothing to wipe it with right away. So I had to walk in with it and tell my little brother, "You can't hug me yet. I got something gross on my arm." And then we found some paper towels and we were able to wipe it off and then find some sanitizer to sanitize it. I was laughing pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. It was gross. It was really gross, but you know, I gotta get this thing gone. It needs to leave. I'm so tired of being sick. I don't know what this is. I mentioned that I did test for COVID because it's been 8 days now and it's still ticking around, but it was not COVID. So I don't know what it is. All right, I think I got this all covered. I'm gonna turn off the ceiling fan. Oh my gosh, my nose is about to leak, you guys. Hang on one second. Oh, good morning, Pharaoh Bob. How are you this morning? Miss Lori. You get to hear this. Sorry, guys. What's that? Live on TikTok. It's disgusting. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's what it started with. Yep, mine too, Jill. It's like, it was constant post-nasal drip, and then it turned into illness. Thanks. Oh no, Lori, I'm so sorry to hear that. All right, I turned off my fan because otherwise the stuff is gonna blow everywhere. Let me grab my little thing here. Okay. Oh wait, I don't think there's actually one there. Nope. Okay. So now comes the magic. I'm just gonna start brushing this away like this. And we didn't do a ton of adhesive sizing, so there shouldn't be a ton. Almost there, you guys. That's what she said. All right. I'll have to find a separate container to put the silver in. That's how much I don't use silver. Eesh, I knew that was going to happen. Oh no, this one got in the water. No. Oops. Oh well. All right, let's see here. It's a good thing we're all friends here. You stay in Florida. I have my own allergy. Yeah. Wish I could have seen this one from the beginning. Oh, well, I will post the replay to my website. I'm really behind right now on posting replays. And it's not because I can't post the replays. It's because getting the friggin'... I have to go through and rewatch them to get my supply lists going. So anyways. All right. Well, I think this one looks good. I think it's done and doesn't need anything else. So let's do the big reveal, shall we? Here we go. Actually, I think this one was first. So let's do this side. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I have to do some stupid song when I do the reveal. It should be a Taylor Swift song, really. Thanks. I'm so hungry, you guys. I was finally able to keep down some food yesterday, but I kid you not, I stepped on the scale this morning. I think I've lost about 10 pounds in the last week. It's crazy. I've never lost that much weight from an illness. I mean, not that I'm complaining. I really did need to lose the weight, but because you guys have kind of seen me at the height of my weight gain since I got laid off, but all right, let me do this. Here we go. What do you guys think? This is a very busy tropical mixed media. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but it's pretty. Dun, 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 dun. A Prince song. Actually, I think this one would be more of a, I can't say Shakira because she sounds more like a goat, but like, I'm trying to think of somebody that sounds really nasally when they sing. Glad I got in today. The whole thing. Yeah. Did you see a paste on there? Let me see. I accidentally got some adhesive sizing on here too. So here's the paste. I did use the paste on there. So this is the paste. Again, it's the Narrolola modeling paste. And this is the paste right here that I used with a stencil, and I painted some iridescent pearl over the top of it. I also used it for this texture up in here and this texture right here. And then I also did this crappy little flower wannabe thing here to show how you can dye it with acrylic before you apply it. The other thing, if you guys would want me to, I know we've been on here for like an hour, over an hour and a half. If you wanted to, I'd be happy to mix up another batch, maybe a slightly lighter version of this, and make this like a 3D sort of flower, because this looks like you know what, which I was going to do anyway, because I need to record like a shorter version of the modeling paste review. So what I thought I would do was get on here and do a live, and then I'm going to do like a 1-minute review version to show how I use it for Amazon's, what is it called? On-site commission. So your game? All right, let's do it. I'm game. Let me move this for a second. So we've got, this was the mixing palette that I used for it. I'm going to just get this like this. And we'll do a lighter version-ish of that color. I'm going to use a little bit of a different color because I'm lazy and that was kind of a custom mixed color. So there's that. I'm going to add some white to it to make it lighter. Wipe his little booty off. And then let me grab some more paper towel. Let me do my wider palette knife here. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is grab the modeling paste. I'm going to grab a bit more because I feel like I had to make that stretch quite a bit. So this is, it's thick, but it's very workable. I like it. It's nice, and it's not like marshmallow fluff. It's a little thicker than that, but it is very airy, which is nice. So what I'm going to do is just mix these two colors together like this. That one's a little bit more orangey, I feel like. So let me see what we can do with this color. I might try to orange this one out just a tiny little bit. And let me add some more white and make it a bit brighter. All right, now I'm just going to mix this paste into it. Might have been a little too much paint for the paste. Oops. I'm going to leave this out of it. I might even add a little bit more paste to it just in case this ends up thinning the paste out a little too much. And let me clean this off because I needed to do two. Let's see here. My daughter used to say orangey for orange. I miss it. Oh, I know they say the cutest things when they're little, and then it's like it's just gone one day. One of my daughters used to say, "Daddy's walking in shoes. I'm walking in toes." Mm. And then my oldest used to say macasitos for mosquitoes. All right, so this isn't mixed completely, but it's good enough for me because I don't mind streaks throughout it. I think it makes things look more interesting. So what I'm going to do is close this so it doesn't dry out. I'm going to put this up here and bring this back. And you guys are going to get to watch me fumble through trying to figure out how to do this. Actually, maybe what I'll do is put this here like this. And hopefully you can see that. Hot Susie's. Dog was named Susie's. Oh my gosh, that's so cute and hilarious. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is take kind of a shape like this. Again, for those of you that are watching right now that don't know, I've never done this before in any significant capacity. Hospital for hospital. I've never done this before, so we're just trying this out and seeing what we get. So wish me luck. I'm going to use a big fat piece here because why not? And we're going to see what we get. There we go. And let's just kind of push this in. And ta-da. Ew. It looks like a butt. Well, I was going to try to like stagger it, but I'm thinking that's not the way to go. And I'm thinking maybe that's too much. So let's not do that. And instead, and again, this could be because I put too much paint in it, that it lost some of its stiffness. Oh dear. Let me try to do this again. And instead, what I'm going to do is get it put up here. and we'll just go over the top and build it as a larger version of what's already here. So we're going to take this and just kind of work it around. Maybe something like this. Yep. Come on, flower. You can do this. I believe in you. Not really, but I'm going to try anyway. Ew, my hair's in it, you guys. I took a shower this morning because I didn't want to show up, you know, 3 days sick and gross looking. It really was like 2 days though. Trial and error or success is the name of the game here. Good work. I agree. You can call me Flower if you want to. No, there's a Taylor Swift song, but you can call me Flower if you want. I'm just kind of taking off some of this excess, see if I can get kind of a pit in the center. My flower's high above the jet stream, high above a whole scene, loves me like I'm brand new. So call it what you want, yeah, call it what you want to. Oh, see, there's 2 Taylor Swift songs now. I don't know, you guys. That's not a Prince song, my dear. I didn't sing it in the high-pitched ordeal. Let's see, if I were to sculpt this way, let me bring it up a little higher so you can see it. And then kind of just bring it down and around like this. Can't say this is looking very good, you guys, but I'm not giving up. Okay, let's move to the next one for now and then see how overlapping these can help it out. I might even bring in some more of this paste. Yeah, I do think that the paint made it a bit too watery, so what I'm going to do is actually bring in some of this paste and let's just grab it like this and see if maybe just adding a little bit we can, you know, just work it a little bit, color it a little bit, see what happens. Because as you can see, it's a bit stronger. Okay, so now let's see what happens if we form it. Still trying to mix in a little bit more of that. So obviously this petal is not going to match very well. Trying to remember how I've seen people do this on like Instagram when I've seen people make their little blobby blobs. I think it's something like that. And then they put it here like that. And then they kind of just something like that. I'm going to bring that up closer for you to see. Kind of looks like a vagine. Let's see, Lori says, what if you loaded the underside of the spatula and pressed down kind of like you do with a paintbrush? I don't know. We could try it. But I do think that worked out much better because it's not as thick or thin as this. Let's see. So let's see here. If I just kind of smear some of this in here, try to get it colored. Just a little bit of the color. Okay, so let's maybe try to get it into like a little ball of sorts and then get it on the bottom of the spatula, right? It does look like meringue actually. And then, so you're saying load it from the underside and then like this, I assume? I think it keeps too much on the bottom. I think that's why I normally see people use 2 spatulas so that it like kind of stays. But I also don't hate that if I use it like that. I mean, I think that could work too. I definitely think there are multiple techniques you could use for this. You know, I was thinking sometimes what I see is like, I mean, you guys don't care if I ruin this, do you? Because this is kind of just an experiment. I was thinking, okay, we could even take it like we just did, and we could just like experiment by like doing something like this. I know this isn't like the prettiest flower, but it kind of shows something that could be done. So that could be interesting. Let's see here. If we were to use this stuff that's definitely too thin, then maybe what we could do is start here and smear it like that. And then grab some more of this. And then come here and smear it like that. And let's see here. If I came here and smear it like that, if you were to go all the way around and then end on a petal, like let's say you ended on like this petal, you could start to smear it like that, but then instead of ending it on a smear like that, you could end it like this, maybe. Maybe not. I was thinking you could end it to where it's like, where it looks like this, but on this side, so it looks like a petal, but maybe not. I think I'm onto something with this though. Is it supposed to be that thick and tall off the paper? So the way that modeling paste works is you can have it as thick or as thin as you want off the paper. What we were trying to accomplish with this was just experimentation. If you've seen, some people will make those 3D flowers off of paper, and it looks like they're using really thick acrylic paint, but what they're actually using is modeling paste. And so I'm not the person that has ever made anything like that, but I wanted to show the ability of how people do that with modeling paste. And so we were just experimenting to show how people could potentially do that here. And so yes, for this, you definitely would want it like that. Maybe what I'll do is spend some time today taking a look at some artists who do this and try to look at their techniques and see if I can recreate something, and see if maybe I can do something like that for you guys on a later live session. But I definitely think that this is doable if I had the right education. But I've never tried something like that before. So, but I do think that this is really fun, and I do think that there's something to be had here if I knew what I was doing. I just don't know what I'm doing, so we'll see. I really want to keep playing with this. It's fun to just do. Oh dear. I also think that if you didn't want to do florals, you could use this to make some sort of ground effects, you know? You could also use it to make texture in your paintings. Like a lot of people will use different palette knives to get different effects. Like you could use this to, you know, get textures like that. You could also just use different palette knives to get textures like that. You could even, if you wanted to like make some sort of like water texture, let's say you were doing some sort of ocean, then you can make kind of a swirly, I mean, this is probably not the greatest palette knife for that, but you could almost make a swirly effect with it. If you have a catalyst like this, you could certainly make texture in it that's really interesting throughout your painting. There's also this palette knife, which I would use, but as you can see, my silver is all over it, so I'm not going to muddy it up that way. But either way, there's a whole lot that you can do with it, and I just think that it's worth giving a shot if you've never done it before. But yeah, so I think it was fun. Like I said, I tend to use it more with stencils, but this is just really fun to play in, you guys. It's like playing with shaving cream. Hi, Katie. Good morning. And yeah, like I said, this is the stencil, or this is the one that we did this morning where we used it with stencils. We used it with this and those dots there on the right and these little dots at the top. I like the swirl too. Isn't it cool? Like, I feel like we could, maybe tonight I'll go live again and we'll do something like this, like down the paper with it. I think that would be so fun. So yeah, I just think there's so much potential. So this is probably like a 48-hour dry with how thick this is. And you know, it feels heavy and legitimate. So probably you would want to do something thick like this on like an actual canvas, not just on paper. Definitely good for ocean stuff. The foam stuff, Katie. So I was fortunate enough to be sent some Narrolola modeling paste to demo. And so I'm demoing that this morning, and we did a mixed media painting this morning, and these little areas here, these dots right here, and these dots up here, I used with a stencil and the modeling paste. And then we also experimented a bit with different textures you can make on your canvases with modeling paste, and how you can use your acrylic paint to dye the modeling paste before it goes on your canvas or paper. So that is what we were doing today. And yeah, I mean, I just think that this looks so fun, and I'm definitely going to experiment with this aspect of it and come back tonight and do something like this, because this looks fun. And I might even use a canvas, because I do have some smaller canvases, and I've not done a canvas on my lives yet. So I think that would be fun, you guys. And look at that. I've hit 2 hours, almost 2 hours, 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 30 seconds. I don't think I've done a live this long before. Maybe I have. But I also am really digging this. I don't know what this is supposed to look like, but I'm digging it. So, yeah. So I think that's pretty much it, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. This was so fun. It's okay, Katie. These things happen. Um, this definitely ran later, and it's okay. It happens. Um, it was so fun to do this morning. And I know I've got a few other things. Oh, let me tell you guys this, since I have a lot of my regulars here today. I have been sent a couple of other things from another company. It's like a beginner watercolor kit sort of thing, like an all-in-one. So I'm going to be demoing those soon too. And they're probably really better for like kids or super early beginner watercolors. But I'm excited to give those a try too. But this one was the one I was most excited about because I feel like it's got so much potential. But again, I promise this is not going to be like a salesy live channel. I'm going to continue doing my live demos for fun and all that stuff. But if I do get stuff sent to me for free, I definitely want to demo it to show you guys what I'm being sent, because you guys are the whole reason that I have this opportunity anyway. And like I said, there is no pressure on you guys to go out and buy anything or do anything. It's just really exciting to be able to show you this journey that I'm on. So, yeah, this looks so cool, you guys. I kind of think that like I could just like frame it the way that it is. Maybe put a little something over here just to make sure the corner has something on it. But anyway, I need duckling therapy. Take me with you. You're so far away. All right, you guys. Don't start me on that, Jill. Don't you start. Oh my gosh, I could put some like gold on the tips of these when they're dry with like a fan brush. Oh, snippity snap. Oh, snippity snap. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna put just a little something right here. Some little peaks and valleys. Show them a little shoulder. How you doing? I feel like this little guy needs to come back in here a little bit and do a little swirly. How you doing? There we go. Okay. Katie, no, I'm not. I had to blow my nose in the middle of this. It was gross. They got to listen to it. I'm on day 8 now. I did finally get to start holding down some food though. Yes, PM me with some therapy. I need that duckling therapy in my life. And if you still have any brooding chicken mamas, I'd love to be screamed at. Oh man. Yeah. I hope so, Katie. I started to say I'm going to start taking bets, but then I figured I'd get kicked off of TikTok or get put in TikTok live jail again, and I don't want that. So we'll see. But yeah. Yeah. All right, you guys. This has been so much fun this morning. I'll be back on tonight. I will say the evening lives have been, I hope so. I really hope this is the only one I get this year. That would be great. My evening lives have been so freaking slow. Like I maybe get one person on. And so if that continues to be the case, you know what? That's okay, Jill. I don't expect you to be on every single live. Like, I appreciate it, but like, your life is not, it doesn't revolve around when I decide to go live, right? But like, I was getting like over 1,000 views alive, but like, since I got put in TikTok jail, it like significantly reduced to maybe 100. And I think I'm finally out of TikTok jail now. I don't know. But like, if people are just going to be popping in and out and I maybe only get one person, then I might stop doing the lives at night and just do them in the mornings. And I'm still going to be posting the replays to my website. I'm just a little behind right now because, again, sick, and the Amazon influencer thing just got approved, and I'm still doing my Clamella business and all that stuff. So just a little behind in putting together the supply lists and getting those uploaded. And there were a couple of lives where I need to edit some stuff out from, talking about my previous employer. So I just need to get around to doing that. And we had to go out of town last week for my son's trip to Orlando for his visit with his electrophysiologist. So let's see here. Holler at me, I'll be there. Okay. We will get back up. We are super busy this weekend, a gender reveal and Six Flags. I haven't been on TikTok a lot. I wasn't on TikTok much this last weekend either because of my brother's birthday. I tried to still go live each day for just a little bit because I'm on a streak and I don't want to break it. But yeah, excuse me. But I should be business as usual. But just if I continue to notice that streak maybe over the next week still, being kind of crappy, then I may choose to stop doing the lives in the evening. Yeah, you should. Lady Peckington. I love that name. That's so cute. Braves 920 just joined. Oh, hang on, Jill. I'm accepting. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm about to get yelled at by a chicken. Hi, Jill.
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right, hold on. She's gonna yell at you. Stop pecking. Ow!
Lady Peckington, welcome to your first TikTok live.
She doesn't seem flattered.
That's the whole point of this. She doesn't want to seem flattered.
I don't know how to turn video, otherwise I'd show you her, but
I don't know if I have to turn that on for you because I don't know how this works. Invite to turn on camera. Yeah, here. I just sent it.
All right, hold on.
Here
goes. Ready?
Yeah. Bring on the chicken. Bring on the chicken.
Can you see it or no?
Not yet.
Oh,
there she is. Look at that chicken butt. Oh, mother clucker. She is so irritated.
Well, she's a teen mom is the problem, so she's got all those hormones in her.
So she's probably tired and angry and, being a teenager all at the same time. Come on, Lady Peckington. Tell me how it is. Yes, girl. You peck it to me, girl.
And then I've got my nice ladies.
I don't want nice. I want mean. But I want to see the nice ladies. But I do want to get yelled at.
She still screams.
Yes. Scream in my face, girl.
But she doesn't peck me like the other one. Her real name is Chuffs. She's got a little chuff on it. She's got the beard on her face. Come on. Those are little babies there.
That is awesome. She's so cute. And she's a good mom, yes?
Yes, she's a very good mom. She's not one of my murder mamas.
Murderous mamas.
And then, do you want to see the ducks?
Yes, I, of course, want to see the ducks.
All right, hold on.
Is that a rooster that I just heard crow?
Yes, there's roosters. These are my fat ladies.
Oh, look at those little chunky butts. They're so cute. Oh my goodness.
This is Snowy. She's our little, sweetie.
Hi, Snowy. Oh,
She's really cool because she's got, I can't remember what it's called, but she's got the one thing where she's got, this eye is green.
oh,
And that eye, oh, where are you? That eye is yellow.
interesting. She's so cute.
She's a sweetheart. She's the only one I allow to just sit on the deck.
She's adorable. Oh.
All right, let me see. Oh, here's my three-legged cat. See?
Oh.
There's a little nub. And if I scratch her neck here, watch her nub.
How did she lose her leg?
It was wrapped around her biblical cord was wrapped around her leg when she was a kitten, and the mom was
Who's that?
Hi.
What?
let's see.
I didn't even do that.
I can't. All right, let me see. Let me grab it. Come here, babies. Let me get one of the non-crazy ones. Here we go. Thank you, honey. Here we go.
Non-crazy ones. Look at you. You're so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just want to smooch you up.
Yes,
Do you
and they
have a
love.
name?
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, they love the neck. I'll show you. Hold on.
They're so cute. Oh my.
I'm not worried about my messy house.
Girl, you got nothing on my messy house. Hi. I can see your face now. And it doesn't have red hair.
No, I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Look at, they'll snuggle up on your neck.
Oh my goodness.
They'll dig into your ears, and it's really ticklish.
Oh. How old are they? Like how many days or weeks?
3 days old.
Oh my goodness.
And they're climbers.
Oh, so cute. What kind of ducks are they? Are they mallards?
Part mallard. These are mixes.
Oh.
They're my mother-in-law's mutt ducks.
Mutt ducks. So maybe mallard and pekin.
Some of them are. I've got some pekin.
You have to show me the white one.
I will. Those are the pekins, babies. Right there, you got one. All right. Come here, babies. Right here.
These ones are 2 days old.
Aww.
These ones are 2 days old.
So cute. Oh my goodness. Look at those babies. Look at those little babies. They're so precious. Oh my gosh. How do you not just sit there and smooch on those things all day long?
That's how I ended up on here with you, is I was smooching on the duckies.
Don't we have 7?
No, we have 9, baby.
Katie says, "Oh, now I need to go to Tractor Supply." And my sister-in-law, Lindsay, says, "The geese in my neighborhood murdered all 20 mallard newborn ducks." They did. They did. The Canadian geese, they murdered all of them. It was terrible.
Those things are nasty, man.
They are.
They're a non-native invasive species.
Yep. They're evil. And they should know better because
they flog people.
Yeah. And they should know better because their babies get murdered too by other stuff. But then they go around murdering the little mallard babies. It's horrible. But yeah. No, they're adorable.
Well, I hope that's some therapy for you.
It absolutely is. And thank you for letting them scream in my face because that was adorable. And yeah, amazing. And guess what? Not only did I take your flower, you took my first multi-guest.
Woohoo! Yes, I get a first. See?
Yep.
Finally.
Yep. So I think we're even now.
For now. I will make it uneven soon. Don't worry about it.
Okay, shoot. Is that a promise or a threat, girl?
You take it the way you want to take it.
From behind?
Woo! You're going to get back in TikTok jail.
I know. Freaking TikTok. I don't get it. They're so annoying. They're like, I said this the other night. I was following this one person to try to, give them some support and all that stuff. And then they started posting these videos where they're like in these teeny tiny little dresses and they're dancing all provocatively. And then she starts like going like this, and then zooms all up on her fingers and pulls down her dress and stuff. And I'm like, really? Yet I can't joke about my feet. Whatever. So.
No, you gotta see this lady. Hold on.
I want to see the lady.
This is a Brahma.
Oh my
Brahmas
goodness.
are really big chickens.
Hi, chickadee. Chicky, chicky, chicken. Chicky, chicky, chicken. Look at that chicken. Okay, so how many chickens total do you have between mamas and babies?
I don't keep count anymore.
There's just a lot of them.
With babies, yeah, I'm probably close to being back up to 100.
Okay, gotcha. I was gonna say, are we talking like
down from
double
like
digits or
150.
triple digits?
I was in triple. I had gotten down, and this spring has put me right back up.
Yeah.
So
Katie says the chicken math.
it is. It's a problem. And then these guys are hilarious. These are the meat birds.
Meat birds. You're gonna get eaten, birdies. They don't get names, right?
Well, yes, that's chicken nugget. That one's fry.
What about chicken masala?
Chicken masala. Yep, we like that. That's baked.
Nuggy. I mean, not nuggy.
Is
Nugget.
there one called shake and bake? And
The one that just took back there. That's shake and bake right there.
Is there one called pre-Thanksgiving?
Fried chicken.
Now I want you to see something, all right? I want you to look at the size of them. Okay.
Uh-huh.
They're the same age as... Yes, I have more.
You keep a very tidy chicken coop, by the way.
The same age as these guys.
Why are they
Look at
so
the
much
size
bigger?
difference. Because they're meat chickens. They grow double fast.
Oh, gotcha. Look at those chickens. Those were the ones that were in your video with that silly song the other day, right?
Yes. Yes.
That was so funny. Lindsay says, I haven't had shake and bake in decades. I loved me some shake and bake when I was younger. And I remember the commercials. They go, it's shake and bake. And I helped. They're so cute.
Well, hopefully that will heal your illness.
I hope so. It needs to. Something needs to. Anything needs to. Anything. Thank you for
It works
getting on.
faster if you're here and you can hold them, but that's quite a drive for you.
Yeah,
So.
it'd be a couple days drive at least.
Yeah. Oh, and then I got the guineas. They're loud.
Guinea pigs,
No, these are guineas.
guinea chickens.
They're not. They're just called guineas. They're not chickens. They're just a bird.
Oh, I've never
See
heard
'em?
of such things. They look nervous.
They are. They're not friendly.
Oh,
They're just a
hello.
rooster.
Oh, so you're the loud one. You're the stud muffin. Yeah, you're the one that
His
gives
name
us
is
the other
Fire.
chickens.
She named him Fire.
He's
Oh,
real
and
cute.
I don't think I showed you. Let me show you real quick. We've got. This will make you laugh. We've got chickens that. Have you heard of naked necks?
No, I literally know nothing about chickens. You're teaching me as you go. And there's a good chance I'll forget a lot of this information, so you'll have to remind me as you go.
This is a naked neck. It's a chicken, but their necks never grow in feathers.
Oh, interesting. Look at how teeny tiny you are. Does your neck get cold, buddy? Because I would keep it warm for you. You're so cute. So cute.
He needs a scarf. He needs a
Goodness.
scarf.
Do your kids help take care of the chickens?
Yes. So her morning chores are feeding the chickens and watering them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I maintain all the babies and all that stuff.
Cute.
I wish I could find. I got frizzles, but I can't find any of them right now. No, that's not a frizzle. He just looks retarded because he's wet.
Is he looking for a lady?
Frizzles are chickens that their feathers grow kind of backwards.
Oh yeah, that's a frizzle.
Interesting.
He's a frizzle.
He's only part. You barely can see that. Hold on. I'm sure she's in here. So many coops. Too many coops.
Katie says guineas keep snakes away. They are so loud. That's interesting.
They do. They also eat ticks, which is the other thing I like about them. Now this is an adult naked neck.
Oh. I want to crochet him a little scarf. A chicken scarf.
I'm trying not to Blair Witch you guys.
Oh, is that a puppy?
Oh, this is my corgi.
He's so cute.
Whoopsie.
Hi, puppy dog. Oh,
My little corgi wiener dog.
He's very cute.
Yeah, she's looking for eggs, which is not cute.
Did you say she?
Yeah.
Oh, a girl. I'm sitting here calling him a he.
Oh, it's fine.
Sorry.
She's looking for eggs, so.
Does she eat
She likes
them?
to steal. Yeah, she steals my eggs.
Oh my goodness. What a thief.
I got
Maybe
more
she'd help
here.
by putting them in a basket or something, but no, she eats them.
I'm gonna let you get yelled at again. They're sitting on top of each other, trying to lay on top of each other. I don't know if you see-
Oh my goodness. Is she pecking you?
Yes.
He's like, hey. I will tell you how it is.
Yes, they do. Who?
So funny.
Oh, I was looking for a sassy. She's my frizzle. Oh, here's a barred rock frizzle. They look extra fluffy. Let's see if she'll come here. See how her feathers are kind of backwards?
I can't really tell because the thumbnail's like this big until you get
Oh,
close.
sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, yeah. Now I can see.
But
Oh,
my sassy looks funnier. But you can't mix the frizzle
faux shizzle,
with
my
the frizzle, or you get a frazzle.
Faux
Yeah,
shizzle, my frizzle.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, yeah.
See how the feathers are backwards?
Oh.
So they always look like they just woke up.
Hey, you know what, girl? Me too. Me too.
It's harder for them to fly, I think.
All right. Well, I'm probably taking you like 3 hours now. So
Yeah. Is it, do you have to do chicken stuff like first thing in the morning and in the evening? Or is it like once a day sort of thing?
for the most part, it's once a day. Mine go to bed on their own, and because of our guardian dogs, I don't have to really close anything up.
Nice.
The dogs keep everything away because we keep the coops pretty close. I mean, they're not next to the house, but they're close to the house. So
Nice.
keeps the work down. What
Excellent.
doesn't keep the work down is all these broody mamas.
Yeah. The murder
They
mamas.
keep me busy. I already showed them.
So we've got a couple questions for you coming in.
All right, what have we got?
So Katie says she's got to hop off because Tristan is getting ready for his nap, but she wants to know first what kind of guardian dogs you have, and then Lindsay wants to know what state you live in.
I live in Kentucky, and the guardian dogs I have are Great Pyrenees. They're mixed ones. Well, my old one that passed, she was Anatole.
Anatolian
Great
Shepherd.
Pyrenees. Yeah, Great Pyrenees, and then I don't know where Oski went, but my big boy, wherever he went, he's Great Pyrenees and Mastiff. Oh, those are cats. Sorry. More cats.
Katie says, I have a 3-legged blind lab that doesn't do anything. And Lindsay says, I always forget that the state of Kentucky exists.
I only moved here because I retired here. So,
remind me, you were military, right?
Yeah, I was Army.
Yeah.
And we got stationed at Fort Knox, and the pricing of land and everything was really, really good compared to the other states. So, I mean, not today's pricing, but when we bought.
Yeah.
I got 115 acres and the house and a pool and all that for just under 300.
Dang, girl.
And where I was born was Colorado, and there it was like 5 acres for 500, and it didn't even have a house on it or electricity or water kind of thing. So
yeah. Lindsay says, wow. And Katie says, I want an Anatolian Shepherd so bad. I used to be a dog groomer, so I don't want a Pyrenees, LOL.
I don't blame her. Our Pyrenees take an entire day to groom. Yeah. And I'll tell the groomers what's coming in. You know, I'm like, hey, it's a Great Pyrenees. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, no problem. And they come in, and then I go to pay, and they're like, well, that took so much longer than we thought, so we'll have to charge you extra. And I'm like, why are you surprised?
Yeah.
I told you what it was. I told you she was matted. I told you all of it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I wish I could show you my Great Pyrenees. I don't know where he went. They're wanderers, so yeah. They wander. They wander a lot. It's probably trying to keep out of the rain that kept coming down. And then I have one that somebody gave me as a Great Pyrenees mix, and I guess their dog got off the lead, and the stray dog down the road got it. She's like, it's gonna be big, it's gonna be big, and it's just a medium-sized dog, which is nothing wrong with it, but she's a good girl. She just is not gonna be great for fighting off coyotes and stuff because of her size.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm getting that puppy that I told you about.
Yeah. Yeah. Katie says that'll be 500 basically. LOL. I hate shaving them, but the brushing is a lot.
Yeah.
Lindsay is, in case you don't know, she's my sister-in-law that went live with me yesterday at the pool that I posted the replay of. And she was chatting with us on Saturday about how around here, like my house, we didn't buy for this much, but like at the height of the market just a couple of years ago was almost $550,000. And like when I thought of a $500,000 house, it certainly wasn't this house. And of course we didn't pay that for it. But like in this day and age, at least where we live, if we were to purchase, 125 acres, like you wouldn't find that here, and you certainly wouldn't find it for 300,000, and not with a house for sure. So that's a really great deal.
Yeah, our prices here went up really, really high. They've only come down a little bit, which I'm really surprised by. I hear the dogs come. Oski, Dixie, come! Yeah, they're coming now.
Yeah.
They, I don't know. I'm still wondering why it's still so high.
Yeah, which, by the way, Lindsay, if you're still on, which I think that you are, I heard my mom say that they'll continue to come down. I don't think that they will where we are, because they've already adjusted down by about 100,000. I think ours is like estimated at like 480 now, and I think that's the adjustment we had anticipated. And I don't think it's going to come down much beyond that. So I think my mom was wrong. But
here comes
my mom that.
Here comes my really big boy.
Let's see your really big boy.
Come on, he's got a back leg injury, but he won't stop moving, so he's just slow. Come on, big boy, come here. Oh, you're so dirty. I just got him groomed too, like a week.
Oh no.
I got him groomed. The first damn thing they did was roll in the mud, and
and ruin
It's so gross.
your job.
Well, they roll. Yeah. My daughter wants to show you. This is Pretty Boy. You don't have to hold him up. Let him
He's
go.
picking us.
It's fine. There you go. That's Pretty Boy.
Oh, he is
His
pretty.
colors.
He's
All
really
right, here is Oski. Hi, big boy. Come here, my big boy.
Oh, look at
Yes.
that big doggy. Can I pet that dog?
You may. Let me see.
He's
See if I can
beautiful.
get it. You can see how big he is compared to me. That's his noggin compared to my noggin.
Oh my goodness, he's huge. Look at that big dog. He's adorable. Now, what is the lifespan on a Great Pyrenees?
Unfortunately, because they're bigger dogs, they tend to only run between 8 to 10 years. Sometimes if they're not doing a lot of work and stuff, they might get to like 12. But the bigger dogs, they don't live as long. His sister that I had this summer, she unfortunately got, and this is kind of a new thing with the Pyrenees, is they're getting leg cancer.
No.
And she got it in June, and they were trying to figure out what it was, and by the time they figured out what it was, it had already gotten all the way up her shoulder and into her chest. So
I'm so sorry to hear that. That's very
this Hawkeye.
Oh,
She's one of our originals, so we got her. She's lived about. She's going on 5 years now. Yeah, this is Dixie. This is the one that's the small one. She's a Great Pyrenees mix of some sort. We still don't know what the other one is. Dixie, come here. But see, she's never going to get bigger than this.
yeah. Hi, Dixie.
What did you do?
You're so dirty.
What did you do?
She said I went and had fun somewhere.
Obviously. Oh, don't spray me. But yeah, they're really good dogs. They are not quick with recall. They come at their own time and their own pace.
So they're not people pleasers.
No, they move really quick when they're protecting, but that's it.
Yeah.
They are all about just like do 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 do. They're very stubborn on things too.
Yeah.
But they're really, really good protect. They're just natural at it.
Yeah.
Oski, he only wants, we call it, so we have had a collar on him when he was younger that's like both makes a sound, vibrates, and shocks, depending on what you press.
Oh, dear.
Usually he was pretty good with just the vibration. He did have to get shocked once when he put a chicken in his mouth. And now he thinks chicken tastes like lightning, so he doesn't bother them anymore.
That's funny.
But yeah, it was our first batch of chickens, and he grabbed one. We're like, no! He busted into their cage, and then after that, he hasn't done anything. Our other one that we did have to put down, she was just natural. She never tried to touch any of the animals. She was just a very good mama. When we had the goats, she would go in. When they had babies, she'd go in, she'd check on them, and she'd have to like get to know them, and she was a good girl.
She was like a natural nurturer almost.
Even Dixie, really, the smaller one, even she hasn't really chased him. The one that's chased him the most is actually the little wiener dog. But now she mostly chases them when they get into fights. Like when the boys start fighting, she'll like break them up.
Yeah,
which is funny because some of the chickens are like her size, so it is kind of.
Do the chickens ever try to challenge her at all, or
no.
Do they just like, oh no, the dog's coming?
Yeah, pretty much. And they're not even like, oh no, they're just like, ugh, here it comes. Get out of the way. Oh.
Yeah.
Because they know the dogs. They know the dogs aren't going to do things. So.
Wow. That's hilarious. Well, thanks for showing us around I'll call it a farm, but I know it's not really what you would consider a farm, but I'm going to call it a farm.
No, this is the small farms. Yeah.
Yeah. A homestead farm.
Yeah.
You know?
My goal is to get one of the hairy miniature cows.
Oh, like a Highland sort of
Yes,
situation?
I want a miniature Highland. Yes.
Oh, that would be so cute. I might just have to travel to Kentucky for that.
Adorable.
Yeah.
I mean, this lady videotapes herself. She videotapes herself like brushing them and putting like she'll curl their fur or their hair.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
You know who it is, yeah.
She puts them in pajamas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get one of those, and then I'll get a regular cow for eating, and then every time, because they're supposed to be in groups. That's enough, Leah. Leah, enough. And so when you put one down, you got to get another for it to have a friend. So she's just gonna be my maintenance cow. That is like the buddy of all the ones that rotate out.
Oh, so what you're saying is you're gonna kill her friend every so often.
I mean, I wouldn't be so aggressive how you put it, but yeah.
You get a new one each time.
Do you know, I think I might have sent you her live link the other night, but her name's like Alina. I forget her last name. But she does like the grow rooms or whatever on here on TikTok. She has a Highland cow, and I didn't know it until the other night when she posted a story with it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want one. It was so cute. Yeah. So if I can find a video of her Highland cow, I'll send it to you.
Well, like I said, once I get one, you can come visit.
Heck yeah. And
you get all the snuggles of all sorts of things here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie. The baby goats were amazing. They were so fun and so cute. They were adorable. The adult goats, there's a reason why the Bible says God will separate the goats from the lambs, because the goats are straight douchebags. They're just jerks.
I feel like your rooster just laughed when you said that.
He probably did. He used to watch the and here's a funny story that nobody teaches you when you're researching and looking up goats. So male goats, bucks, they know when you're on your period, and they get extra aggressive.
Wow.
So what in the world is happening with the chicken over there? So when I would go out to like feed or whatever, he would get like extra aggressive, and he would jump up on his two legs, and he'd be like, and try and ram into me.
Oh my gosh.
I wrestled that a-hole so many times. It wasn't even funny.
Wow. That's when you like,
I did. I full
on like be a kangaroo and go up on your hind legs and bam, bam.
Yeah. Oh, I straight out, like, it was like midget wrestling. Like, I straight out wrestled him like full on, because I had the miniature goats. I don't have the big ones. But yeah, it was just a shame because he did not taste good at all.
So he wasn't even worth it.
No, because we left him intact, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's fine. He'll be fine. You just got to let him drip longer and all that." And there is apparently a trick to making him good, but we didn't learn that. So if you leave them intact, they taste really
gamey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice way of saying it. Like gamey, I can handle gamey. This was awful. It was awful. Like there was no hiding it. And my husband's really good with herbs and spices and all that. He's part Italian, so he like does all sorts of things with food. We love, and there was nothing he could do to make that goat taste good.
Gross. Blah. Yeah. My good friend Monica, I grew up with her. She moved out to Colorado. I may have told you this, but she moved out to Colorado many, many years ago. She has a yak farm. They live on 40 acres.
I think you did.
Yeah. And it's a barn that was converted to a house. And so they have yaks and goats and all that stuff. And she's very particular about her goats. And I don't know if they actually eat their goats, but I know that they were using their goats for goat milk. And she was very particular about them because the goat milk can be really gross tasting.
So I didn't ever have a problem with my goat milk. To me, the goat milk. Shut up! Seriously, that's why I don't like the guineas. They're supposed to be yelling if there's a predator or something. There's no predator. There's nothing. They're just yelling. Anyway, mine tasted like, I would say it tasted like just like the natural milk you might get from like the Amish or something like that. It not like the store bought, but my problem is I had the Nigerian dwarfs, so they were smaller. So trying to milk them is kind of like that one movie where he was talking about how, oh yeah, I used to milk my little kitty titties. Like they were just small, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one of my goats, she was a turd. She would sit down while you're trying to milk her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I'd have to like maneuver my leg up on her at the same time. It was a pain. And then the other one, Misty, even though she was our smallest goat, I swear to God, she could tow our tractor up the yard. She was the strongest thing we've ever had. And so trying to hold on to her while she was getting milked was a challenge. It was definitely like a strongman competition thing going on there.
Oh goodness.
So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I can't remember the kind of goats that she has. I know the term La Mancha was something.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know if that was a goat. I thought that was a type of llama, but I don't know why she would have llamas. That wouldn't make sense.
No, I think the Manchas I think are the really tall white ones with the long. They have long ears that just come down and hang almost like my braids.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
And they're
much
more chill than the goats I had.
Gotcha.
So the Norwegian dwarf goats, they'll get out of everything and anything. And then even though I have, as you can tell, right, I have all this acreage that they can eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can eat all of that. All of it. No, they wanted the chicken food. So they would break into like the coops where I was feeding the mom and the babies, and they would break into them, brand new coops that I bought for a couple $100, break into it and stomp on the babies to get the food.
Oh my gosh.
In Rambo, he's the one that we killed. He was so bad. He rolled. I'd let some of the babies out for the day in a kennel, and to get fresh air. And while we were out, he rolled the kennel from one area of the house, of the side of the house, to the other. And these were like chickens that I had bought. They're called Polish. They have little poof balls. They look like something from.
They're like the ridiculous ones that everybody's putting on Instagram these days.
Yes, love them. Expensive. I bought a bunch of these expensive chickens, and that dumb goat decided to go and roll all the babies down the side of the house and kill a bunch of them. I was very upset with that.
Oh my gosh.
So.
You're like, you're done, goat. You're done. Yes. Or as my 10-year-old would say, you're cooked. And he literally was cooked.
He was cooked, yeah.
He was not tasty.
No, he was not tasty.
Now tell me, when you processed him, did you send him to a processor, or do you guys actually process yourself? We
process our chicken, our goats, and everything ourselves.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's quite a process.
It is. The chickens obviously are easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, the goat, just because you have to let it drip for a while, and then make sure you're not hitting any of the organs and all that kind of stuff. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Is making sure you're not hitting any of the organs that are going to destroy all the meat. So,
yeah.
That took the first night. We had to set him up so he could drip and everything like that. That first night took about 2-3 hours to get him to that point, and then the next day getting everything else took another couple hours.
Yeah. Yeah, when they process their food, they do all their chickens and turkeys and stuff themselves. Like I said, I don't think they do the lambs or the goats or anything. I think they just use them for milk, and I think they sell off their babies at some point. I don't recall. I should ask her about that. But then they their yaks they do send off to a processor because they're just too big. They're not equipped to do that, but they send it to a processor, and about a week later they get yak quarters back. And so they'll sell off the yak quarters to their friends and family. And we bought one year, and while I didn't really prefer the cuts of meat that were like steaks and roasts and things like that, the ground yak was where it was at. And yak was really interesting because it's very high in omega-3 fatty acids because of the elevation that they're raised at, but they're very low in like actual fat. So it's a lean meat, but the omega-3s make it really juicy, but it can dry out very quickly if you cook it wrong.
Yeah.
But if you were to make like a burger or tacos or yak chili or something, you would never know the difference, but it tastes like super delicious, and you don't have that heavy feeling like you've just eaten a really greasy burger or taco or chili
That's cool.
when you're done. Yeah. So it's real tasty, and we've unfortunately gone through all of our yak meat, but to get it here, it's like $23 a pound, and when I buy it from her, it's like 12. So
yeah. Jess Caldor was asking about the paint.
Yes. No, this is actually a modeling paste. This is by Narrolola. They were kind enough to send me this tub of paste to try live on my channel here. And we made a mixed media art piece here using it with a stencil. So this area, and this area is using a stencil with the art paste, and then we painted over it. And then I used it with some acrylic paint mixed into it to show an example of how it can be used in different ways on your art. So this is just some different ways we use with some catalysts like this up here. And then you can use different paint palette knives to create textures and almost just little, they were supposed to be flowers, but they don't look that good. But I'm very, very interested in this. And what I'll probably do is let this dry for a couple of days and then add some, maybe some gold paint to just the tips using a fan brush of this. And I don't know, come back and do some stuff here tonight when I do my next one. So you have to mix with acrylic to get the color. That is what I did here. You don't have to do it that way. You can just apply it as a plain white and then paint over it. You can also airbrush it if you're into airbrushing. You can also, yeah, it does, doesn't it? You can also mix it with like a mica pigment, a mica powder, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what we've got going on here. It's pretty cool. I do have an affiliate link at the bottom of this screen, so if you do purchase it, I do earn a small amount of commission at no extra cost to you. So that's my little disclosure there. And yeah, so that's what we were doing today. And then I have special guest Jill, whose flower I took, and she was just showing us around her homestead farm. We were talking about chickens and goats and yak and dogs and all sorts of stuff. Yep.
And guineas.
Guineas, yep. So we were having a good time. And listening to me cry because she doesn't like Taylor Swift.
You have to get over that.
How about you just get under that?
You know what? No, not that one. Taylor's just not my bag, honey.
Oh dear, what is your bag?
I don't know anymore. I listen to so much stuff, just not Taylor.
You need to look.
I'll admit there's one or two songs of hers, of her older stuff that we kind of like, but
okay. Oh, just Cal Dor says I don't care for Taylor either.
Yes, that's 3. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm outnumbered. All these Taylor haters. Shouldn't say haters. All these Taylor non-lovers. Envious of the farm life, though. Okay, shoot.
Well, there's pros and cons. For instance, I bought all these bags to start planting my garden, and all this good soil just got wasted because these turds here just ripped into it, assuming there was food in there.
Oh, you
And
chickens.
It's lovely, but they poop everywhere. There is that downfall.
Yeah.
And then we'll let Jess Caldor see Lady Peckington, because I know you want to see her again.
She needs to yell at me some more. I need a hair tie.
You ready? She's waiting for you, lady. Come at me again. Come at me.
Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. It's like, what are you doing back here?
Oh, you just kicked your baby, you twat. Ow! You okay, baby?
She mad. Lady Peckington.
Did Mama kick you? I'm sorry.
Lady Peckington.
I gotta put her down. If you want her, I gotta put her down. I can't put her down. You're coming at me, bro. Put her down. Jeez.
Boy, you
See, the problem with her, though, and when they're like this, ow, is, one, my husband will put her down. Oh, thanks for pooping in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Is, see how these chicks are so, like, scared?
Yeah.
Just in the corner. So that's one of the problems with her being like that when I get mamas like that.
Yeah.
When I've got mamas like this, this one I haven't shown you her. This is Miss One and Done Susie, or whatever I called her. One and Done something. So she had a whole clutch of eggs. She hatched one, and that one, and then she left her eggs. See, this one's not as bad. This one kind of let me go up to it, no problem. Doesn't run away too much. I haven't held this one much yet, but see, she's fine. She'll yell at me, but that's it. And then the chicks are fine. They don't overreact on things.
Yeah.
But when the mamas are like Lady Peckington over there, that makes for chicks that I prefer having a farm that has animals that aren't. I don't have any aggressive animals. Any aggressive animals I won't sell. They get put down. Roosters, that doesn't matter. Yeah, Mama. Yeah.
Oh, look at that
See?
chicken.
See how these babies aren't like really freaked out? They'll let me come up to them. You're okay, babies. You know, they see I'm here. They know I feed them.
So basically what you're saying is Lady Peckington is teaching them bad behavior.
Yes. That. And here's what's going to happen. And this is what happens with most of them. They get tired of being locked up, but the babies aren't ready to come out yet and be with the whole group of chickens.
Uh-huh.
And so they'll want out. And so I'll have to let the mamas out. And the mamas will stay around the cage for a while, but then they'll eventually go off. And then I got to raise the babies. So CPS comes in, Chicken Protective Services, comes in and has to take the chicks, raise them ourselves, put them in foster care, and raise them until they get old enough to go out with the rest of them. So she like leaves my baby alone.
Then what happens?
Well, it's not just leave my baby alone. I can't even feed her and change her water without her going crazy.
Yeah.
And she was very chill and in with the other two mamas that you saw.
Yeah.
When they all started sitting, it was originally Chuff's, the white and black one that was striped, and then One and Done. Those two were sitting together. Then she came in randomly out of nowhere, like late to the show, and decided she wanted to sit. And so I was like, okay, fine. Even though you're a teenager, I'm not sure I should be doing this, but whatever, I'll let you sit. And she ended up taking all the chicks from the other ones. And why Chuffs has a little bit of red on here, dried blood, is because she beat her up because she's way bigger than her. So I had to separate them and give her 2 and give the rest to Chuffs. And then the other one was still sitting, so I let her sit on the eggs. But then she stopped sitting once she had the one. Oh, I don't know. Here's another one. So I think she's just laying. I don't think she's broody. This is my other naked neck lady. Hi, Black Mama.
Oh, look at that little skinny neck.
How many you got under there? What do you got under there? Let's see.
Oh, my.
That's not too bad.
5 eggs. You go, girl.
And then it's always Easter. So we found... Sorry, I'm going to Blair Witch you guys for a minute.
That's okay. Blair Witch away.
So like this is my life right here. So we've got this wood stack back here, and my daughter just collected those, but
Oh,
all those.
somebody laid eggs back there.
Yes, they lay them all over the place.
Oh, and so then your little wiener dog goes and eats them when he finds them.
Yes,
she finds
luckily
them.
I don't think she can get back there very well, but yes, that's the problem that I have.
I see.
And then I don't get the farm fresh eggs.
Wow. What a little
That's
turd.
It's always Easter here. It is always Easter here. It's always like, where are they hiding them now? I got some in my pool house. Yes.
You need
I have
like a herding dog that can like herd all the eggs into a basket for you.
Yeah. I've got a spot in the pool house that I just let them lay now.
Yeah.
And you'll have to go back. I'll have to send you the link. You have to go back on my page. It's one of the videos that it actually got something like 30,000 likes because it was so funny. One of the mamas, she had hidden eggs in the pool house, and she had hidden a lot.
Wow.
And she came out with something like 12 babies.
Whoa.
And I was mad because she'd already been broody that year. She'd already had chicks. And she'd gone, it was fall, I wasn't supposed to have any more chicks. And she'd gone, hid the eggs for me. And then above her on a shelf, Chuffs, the one that's over there, she went broody as well in the pool house. And so I showed, in the video, it's this black hen, and she's got all black babies except for one white baby. And I went off that skit, and I was like, "Whose white baby is that? That's not my white baby." And oh, the comments, it is hilarious. And then I had a bunch of people going off on me saying her body, her choice, and all this stuff. So I had to make follow-up videos saying why her body, her choice doesn't work, because I always end up fostering, and I had to foster hers because she ended up just not taking care of them very well, and a bunch of them died.
Oh,
so
no.
Yeah, because she was a new mom. A lot of the new moms don't, they don't have it all figured out yet.
Yeah.
So, so I was like, and see, this is why, and that's where the Chicken Protective Services came in. So it ended up a whole thing.
Wow.
So I'll have to find that one and send it to you, because it ended up being a really funny video, mainly because of the comments and how everybody went off on the whole "that's not my white baby."
That's hysterical. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you can find it, I'd love to see it. I think I've heard something about My Body, My Choice in one of the videos that I watched, but I don't think it was that one. Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's not your body, your choice if I have to do all the work.
Yeah. You're like, I get to make your decisions for you, thanks.
Yeah. You laid the egg, and I get that, and then you sat on your butt for a month. That's not work.
Exactly.
I had to bring food to you. I had to water you. I have to clean up all the mess that you made.
Mhm.
No.
And then you're gonna try to kill your babies. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Nope.
All right, lady. Well,
You
I'm gonna get
have
some
a
food
wonderful
because it's
day.
noon here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably noon where you are. I don't think you're on Central Time, are you?
Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern. Yeah.
No, it's 12:03 here.
Yeah, so Eastern.
Yeah,
All
Eastern.
right. Well, it's lunchtime for the both of us then.
Yes, ma'am.
But this has been
Well,
real
thank
fun.
you for letting me join in, and I can't wait to see what we do with that gold painting on that one.
I know.
Think the gold
I don't know
looks
how long
really
I'll
good.
need it to dry for, but I'm gonna check it out again tonight and see what we do with it. So
Oh,
cool. All right, everybody who's
All right.
left, which is 2 people.
yeah.
I'll see you later. Have a good rest
Bye,
of your
guys.
day. Bye.
You too.
See ya.